Eh, 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 eh. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, by the way, so I'm in like by default I'm in this fucking like organization called BPA, which stands for Business Partners of America, like my fucking lab at Buckeye is.
Oh, so you got something similar to us.
Yeah. So like I took this I did this network design and presented it to the competition judges on Tuesday. And there was like we could have gone to state, but our presentation wasn't good enough. It was a good day though. Like they said, our presentation was probably like hands down the best out of everybody's. But like I think the information in the slides was just lacking, so they had to put us down a tier. Which I didn't expect,
They
honestly.
just
I didn't
had to
expect
put
us to
you
do that
down.
good, but
We're sorry, guys, but we have to put you down.
but um, we didn't get to go to state as a team. But instead, there was another option where we could have gone to state, which is that we took two different tests. One was there was a list of tests that we could take.
Variety test.
We no no no. There was this
You already failed.
there was this one test that was about like just like network devices, and then there was another one that was
Yeah.
just like overall networking technology. And I like on the network technology one, I placed second in the state, bro.
Dog, what?
So I'm going to state. I'm
Shit.
I'm I'm both nervous and excited.
Dog, you should just be excited.
No,
That's cool.
I'm
Fuck.
nervous because it's a big deal, like
Still, it's cool as fuck. Gotta
yeah, it
be
really
honest.
is.
Gotta be real
And I'm
with
the
you.
only one at my fucking career center qualified for state. So it's just me and my lab teacher going to state together, which is kind of neat.
Nice.
No
While
extra
listening
baggage.
to that, I just committed 3 war crimes, technically. If if we're taking video games to real life, I would have committed 3 war crimes. I literally just executed a man.
By the way, I don't think Llama is even at his desk or at his computer.
Llama is not alive right now.
Yeah, I don't think we were recording at all.
No, he said he started recording. He probably paused it and left to get his mind back in order from what happened.
Well, hopefully he deleted that other footage.
Well, hopefully none of this footage is going on YouTube because first off, we would not get anywhere close to being sponsored, even if we were able to. And we would get no. This would not get monetized at all.
Okay,
Jesus Christ, we're just fucking these guys
I'm back.
up.
Did you start recording?
No, I went to the bathroom.
Oh, you never started recording?
I went to the bathroom,
Okay,
and
good.
what actually happened is that I hit the record button and left, and it's been going for 8 minutes.
Oh,
Delete it
delete
all.
it, delete it.
Delete it all. Literally get rid of it. Get
Bro,
rid of
we
all
talked
evidence.
about some rough shit, bro.
I'll see
We're
for
gonna need
myself.
you to burn your computer.
I'll see for myself. Don't worry about it.
We're gonna
Well,
need you to burn your entire computer.
we'll see what happens.
That was criminal.
Okay, Nachos is muted himself, but let's actually get this episode started now. Welcome to episode 13 of the Honkcast, and today
Fuck yeah.
we're just gonna talk about stuff that happened in 2020, like, you know, from the fact that my house is now swarming to chihuahuas to Queen Elizabeth dying. I mean, like, anything goes.
Dude, that was 3 years ago that 2020 happened. I think that's just wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, these
COVID's
last
about
3 years have gone by like surprisingly quickly.
3 years old now. That's pretty insane.
I mean, well, maybe not quickly, but like this. I feel like that last year especially blew by really fast.
Well, we say that
Yeah.
about every year.
Yeah, that's probably what's
It's
gonna
because
happen.
while each day is long, the years kind of just clump together in memories, so you only remember certain events
Well,
and it feels short.
yeah, like each day will feel shorter than the last because your brain only has so much capacity for memory.
My brain
It's
only
like
Like
has
with
time
so much
versus
RAM.
time.
day. Yeah, it's
My
like all those memories take up a little bit of your brain's RAM. Yeah.
Nachos, is your brain capacity already taken up by porn?
No, I don't.
Yes.
I don't even fucking like watch any of that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you would, but
Oh no, you got real
most people
defensive.
did.
No, I mean, I may or may not have at one point, but I don't currently,
You
and I
got
probably
you
won't.
got pretty defensive,
I
dog.
may, I may.
What do you mean? I got pretty defensive. I'm not talking about this on the podcast.
Who knows? It could be in there. I don't know. I have 10 minutes of footage right now. We'll see what we can get out of this. It's probably like 2 minutes into the video, but still.
Oh my goodness.
So, let's actually get to the topic of the episode. 15 minutes into it, or at least footage wise. So, hey guys, the Llamas Vader here, and welcome to the Honkcast episode 13. And today, we'll basically just be discussing everything that happened in 2022, from the fact that I'm drowning in chihuahuas to Queen Elizabeth's death or whatever. It's 2023 now, so I mean, that's last year's problem. You know, just like Betty White.
Dog. If you
Bro,
nah,
What? What's wrong? I mean,
dude,
Nachos, you
don't
were the
talk
one
about
that said that she immediately became last year's problem. It's New Year Day.
that's honestly, yeah, that is true.
That is
but
I
like
did say that.
don't talk
precisely
about Betty White like that, my boy.
no, that's precisely what he said, and it's not my fault.
That is
Okay,
precisely what I said. I
I love
cannot
Betty
deny
White.
this. It
I
is on a
hope she
podcast.
rests in
No,
peace, but that is
me too.
precisely
Me
what he
too.
said.
Me too. May God rest her soul. But she's 2 years ago's problem.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Queen Elizabeth. She was not always that
She was not
good of a
loved.
person, but I honestly do love Queen Elizabeth. Okay, like she is funny, one, and apparently I learned this recently.
She's in
Uh,
hell. That's what you learned.
yeah, that's what I learned. Yeah, but she unbanned a certain famous American rapper from the UK, and can you guess who it was?
Was it Tyler the Creator?
No, older rapper.
Snoop Dogg.
Eminem?
Exactly, Snoop Dogg.
Ah, dude, we
Queen
all.
Elizabeth came to Snoop Dogg's aid and was like, "This man did nothing wrong in our country. He should be allowed to come in here." Like that's a Chad move right there. That
Literally Giga Chad.
That is Giga Chad moves right there, bro.
Giga Chad Queen.
She officially gave him a pardon, bro.
Exactly. Snoop Dogg got a pardon by Queen Elizabeth.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened to my game, dog? They got my shit fucked up.
You know something that I was reminded of recently. So my great uncle died recently. He was 93. He
Sorry to hear that,
lived
man.
that yeah, I was pretty close to him too, but he lived through the entirety of Queen Elizabeth's reign. He was roughly 20, I'd say, when Queen Elizabeth came to power, and he died just like
Wait,
what
are you saying
3 months after.
that he he outlived the queen?
Well, he was not as old as the Queen, but he lived through the entirety of Queen Elizabeth II reign. Yeah, but he outlived the Queen by 3 months.
What the fuck? Dog, I didn't think it was possible.
I mean, and then you look at Jimmy Carter over here. He's 98. I mean, he should be the real immortal joke here. He
I
looks like
don't
a
know, but I
he
think
looks like a
Prince
piece of rye
Charles was
bread.
supposed to be the original.
Who was supposed to be the original?
Uh, the previous, I think it was king, maybe,
I don't know
of
any. I
England.
don't know any kings besides the current one.
It's Charles,
Yeah.
the most recent.
Yeah, the very recent one. Probably won't last very
The
long. He's
very,
super
the
old as well. Just like Joe Biden.
yeah, he was older than um the Queen. Looked like actual garbage. Like somebody needed to drop a dermatology routine or something.
Oh god. Jimmy
Like
Carter
I
looks like a piece of
am.
rye bread. I mean, he's all messed up as well, especially when you look at him in his presidency. It's completely different. But I mean, he is 98, so I think he deserves it. He's fine. He's doing good.
Wait, President Carter's still alive?
Yeah, President Carter has outlived, I think, at least two that yeah,
Shit.
two presidents that came after him. Because the only presidents that are still alive are Jimmy Carter, and then Clinton, uh, W. Bush, Obama, Trump, Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe
Those,
Biden.
yeah, those are
Joe
the only.
Biden,
Biden got us. Joe
Joe
Biden.
Biden, Joe
Joe
Biden, wake
Joe
Biden,
up.
Biden, wake up.
Joe Biden, wake up, Joe Biden.
Our minds immediately went right back to memes.
I haven't heard of
This
that
is
meme
what
in
I
so
love
Why the
about
fuck
long.
this
is it picking
country.
up my chewing now? It wasn't before.
I can't hear anything. You'll
Dog,
be fine.
what are you munching on?
Trying to get
Chow
fatter,
mein
obviously.
noodles.
He's trying to become you, Fox. Grow a beard and
Lao
get
Hey,
fatter.
yo, he's
Menu?
not bad.
He's just trying to grow a beard. That's all.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty sick.
Me?
Yeah, your beard is
No, I was
looking
talking
good,
about
bro.
Nachos. Nachos just trying to match your beard game.
Uh, I'll never live up
You'll
to
get
that
there
beard
one day. I
design.
believe in you, man.
No, you don't.
I believe in
Anyways,
you.
so
Jesus. Fuck,
so
okay.
Nachos. Uh, this might get a little bit personal, but you were pretty much how inactive from our social everything for at least half the year.
Yeah,
So
he was gone.
So would you like to tell us some stuff about like what's happened in your life? You don't have to share anything that you don't want to, but like just
There are
how's
some
school
things
and
I can
everything.
share, yes.
What?
There are some things I can share, yes, and that I am comfortable sharing.
Yeah. So
Um,
but like
I've
like
been,
school and everything.
I mean, like, I haven't been getting bullied, if that's what you're asking, but
No, I just meant like stuff that you can share, like how school's going and stuff
yeah,
that's
I
happened
mean,
in your life
school's
and
not
everything
been
like that.
going great because my mental health has tanked a lot in the last, like, few years in general, and it's just peaked. But I recently got put on meds, and they've really been helping, but my time management is still lacking.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And I was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
You did not tell me about that.
Well, obviously, it was recently.
I mean, he.
I didn't even know about
I guess nobody knew about that. Um, what is bipolar disorder? Like
Well,
obviously I know what it is, but is it really what people think it is?
I mean, it can be extreme for sure, but like basically bipolar disorder in a general sense is a mixture of high and low mood points that are like constantly fluctuating throughout,
Yeah.
like it can be throughout the course of a single day, it can be throughout the course of a week, it could be throughout the course of months where it changes. Like you could go for like a solid few days feeling like really good, and then you crash into this deep fucking depression for like a week.
Yeah, so
that.
it's
Damn,
not
he's just like
exactly
me for real.
bipolar disorder, is not like what some people think where it's just two completely different people in like the
I
same
mean,
body
it
or
can
whatever.
it can look like that in its more extreme moments, and
Like,
there are mixed episodes that people can have whenever it gets at its peak, where they are manic, like
Man,
while being depressive at the same time. So they exhibit like extremely angry, like
okay.
insane looking, like depressed symptoms all at the same time. They do irrational things. They do dangerous things.
I feel like people have this like Jekyll and Hyde sort of thought
Preconceived
process
notion
behind.
about
I
like
mean, that's that notion that it's
the
like a Jekyll and Hyde
disorder.
thing isn't necessarily true because it's a lot more nuanced than that.
Yeah,
Well,
because
yeah.
There are different types of bipolar, and I don't generally get manic episodes, but I have had them before. They're not common for me. It's mostly depression and anxiety. But I do go by like my life is kind of like a roller coaster. Like I can go for a couple days doing pretty good, and then I'll be like really fucking drained for like a week.
have
And
you.
that still kind of happens even though I'm on my meds, because obviously the meds are gonna help everything. But
It
but it's to the point where I can manage it, which is good.
is there anything that you do besides your meds that helps you stay in a better mind?
Uh, Definitely music. Music is definitely my biggest outlet, and
Yeah,
Understandable.
also
we can tell that.
hang out with friends, which I haven't really been doing lately because
Yeah,
I've been trying to work on myself. I wanted to make sure I was okay before I came back and kind of just caught up with everybody.
Also
yeah.
understandable.
We want you to know though that no matter what point you are, like if you're not doing too well, we still want to be with you, and we can hopefully make you feel better about yourself. Hopefully make things a little bit lighter.
I'm glad you guys are in my life. I'm if I'm being honest. Like
Same to
Yeah,
you.
we've always got your back, man.
You were Nachos. Like you were honestly one of the most important people in my life because you're like my best friend, pretty much. Like we've spent nearly 2 years with each other now. It's pretty
And
insane.
yeah,
And Foxstar goes even deeper.
me and him have spent like years,
like
like
me and Fox have
10.
been best friends for like 10 fucking years. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's like me and Tio.
It's
And
fucking
I
crazy.
consider you like one of my closer friends, Llama.
I would hope so, or else what is this all for?
It's just insane how long me and him have been friends for, and we can remain friends for that long is just crazy.
I mean, it's exactly it's a good
Even
point.
though like even though we can go for like long periods without even fucking speaking to each other, we always come back and we just know what to say, we know what to do. Like
Yeah,
we
Nachos.
just click and we always have.
If
It
anything,
we go away and it's like and come back and it's like nothing ever happened. It's
Yeah.
like we've been
We catch
friends
up
for
and
forever.
yeah, we catch up and we're just back to it. Like we know each other so fucking well.
Nachos, if anything, that you can get help from, Fox, from me, even like maybe Anthony, because he has a lot of that sort of stuff as well, and just all
And
sorts of
I'm
people.
I'm
More people than you realize care a lot about you, Nachos.
yeah, and I can understand and relate to the depression side because I'm currently struggling with depression. I've actually just started meds for that not too long ago, like maybe 1 or 2 days ago. I started on my antidepressants. So I can
I got put
definitely,
on a mood stabilizer because it was looking more like bipolar. So,
yeah.
but
Medication is truly
it's
amazing.
working. It's helping a lot.
It's
It's
very
good.
interesting how they're able to create
Give your
things
meds a
that
couple
can.
weeks and tell me how they're going. I want to know.
Yeah, and evidently in like a month and a half ish, they're supposed to like show
Be in full effect.
visual and like mental stuff, like showing.
Showing signs of improvement.
Yeah, like before that, people tend like the way she described it was people
Dismiss
tend to see a
depression.
difference like sooner,
Oh, never mind. Okay.
like people outside of the person taking the meds, but the person who's actually taking the medication doesn't see it until like later on.
Is it because it's like harder for them to get over their own feelings? I would assume, since other people can't really understand what they're going through.
Well, I mean, like it's
I would
harder for
assume that it
other
might have
people.
something to do with that, but like,
It's harder for other people to assess how you're
Assess.
feeling
Yeah,
yeah,
for you.
you know yourself much better than anybody else
because
does.
that can go for anything. Like for one example, I'm sorry if I'm being a little bit intrusive, but like my mom
You're good.
sometimes just thinks that I'm like doing stuff that I'm not doing, like saying, like thinking stuff about her that I'm not, or just a situation that isn't happening at all, and like telling the truth, and
Oh,
she
so
doesn't
she
believe
kind
me
of
sometimes.
assumes that she assumes yeah, your intentions.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, she's done that before, and you know how moms, mostly moms, wives, like to be right. Women, but
I mean,
still,
I like to
like
be right too, but like,
nope, nobody, just overbearingly right, and then you got the husbands who's like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go
The
lie in the corner.
classic the classic wife is always right, mama's mama knows best sort of
I mean,
thing.
yeah, that's exactly how it is in my family. Um, and like nobody knows
Yeah.
you better than you. And a better example is that I have, once again, I'll should I a close friend of mine, I'll say, and he is depressed, like has been so depressed in previous years that he's committed suicide several times. And
like has
That's
I
died several times.
Com-
Okay,
well,
is your friend Jesus?
attempted suicide. So,
Did he come back
several
3 days?
times. Yeah, exactly right. Came out of his closet after the third day. It's like, oh, I smell somebody. Never mind, he's
He comes out of the
fine.
closet. Damn, what is
he
that smell, dog?
It's
he
my
has
PO.
he's attempted suicide countless times. He's told me, and weirdly enough, sometimes it's just like I I know a lot more about what he's going through since I've known him our entire lives basically, and I know what his home life is like, and I try to relate to him as much as possible, but I can't. I don't know those sorts of feelings. But then even so, my other friends, Nachos, the people I'm talking about, but they just kind of dismiss it. Like his dad died recently, and it's just like everyone kind of dismissed it, including him. Like his coping mechanism was completely different, and nobody was really supporting him. Nobody ever supports him,
And
and it's
I think
just
that's wrong. I think that's just
well,
that's
no, like
terrible for somebody to do.
not in like the way he needs. Like they're here for him as a friend, but they aren't emotionally supportive really, and I don't know.
They're like one of those just cheer up buddy people.
I mean, sort of, and sometimes I don't even know how to help him. I mean, I feel bad about it, but I just
Sometimes it's just out of your wheelhouse. Like
because I mean
that's
what?
when you recommend that they need to see a professional. Like
But the thing is, another thing, his
Okay, we have reached a new level of fucked.
I know, and they just kind of like I mean they said they'd be here for him. And I don't really think that's the case. And I mean he portrays himself to be fine. Like he seems okay, but I just don't really know if he is after everything he's told me and told other people. I can't really fathom what he is going through right now.
well, sometimes it's just not up to you to fathom. You know, like it's not really. Sometimes you
Yeah,
just don't know that kind of
it isn't
experience
it
well
isn't my
enough.
place.
Yeah,
It isn't
I
really my
mean,
place. I know, and I
you
I
can
don't
you
think
can like continue to do your best to support him while trying to understand, but like know
don't
your
pry.
limits of your understanding
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
and
only
be okay with
partially
that.
understand. There's only so far you can go with understanding.
That's true.
Like
Because I haven't lost
like with the
my dad, and I haven't attempted suicide, and I
and
don't.
that's one area that I'm not proud of this, but I can relate to the attempts.
And
I can
how?
relate to thinking about it and thinking about like different ways I
Well,
could do it.
Fox, let me ask you this: how were you after you tried? Were you regretful?
I guess you could say that, yeah. Uh,
Yeah, because that's how most
it's
people say they are.
really it's really hard to explain because after so many times of attempting, you kind of stop regretting that you attempted and more regretting that it didn't
They didn't
actually
work.
happen.
I think we've also been lucky to not actually have
Like,
friends die that way. At least in our Discord sphere, because Nachos,
But
I
like just so you know, if you were to die right now, that would be fucking crushed. Like I don't know how I would be able to go on.
That's why I've decided to get help, man. I've realized that there are many people who deeply care about me, and
Yeah, that's one of the most important things is understanding.
And that's kind of that was kind of my thought process too. Like clearly I have some people on my side, so like I need to get help so that I can do my best for them and for myself.
yeah,
Especially for yourself.
Especially for them too. Like I care about
Well,
everybody else about as much as I
it
do
is
myself
definitely
to be
important.
honest.
well, yes, it's important to
You
have
can't,
the people as
yeah, nachos, you
motivation,
can't
but
do it
you
for
can't just
others
have
if you
them.
don't do it for yourself as well. And, without yourself, others don't have a way either. And nachos, um, there's been we've had a lot of friends who unfortunately have, at least I think, been worse off than you have. Fox being one of them, and um, I think we're just very fortunate that all of us are still here today in this new year talking about these topics, and that it was only attempts and not successes.
I feel lucky to have friends.
I feel lucky not to have it as bad as a lot of people. Like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I mean,
definitely something to be
I've
thankful
given
for.
you an example, and there's at least one more I can think off the top of my head.
I mean,
An
I've
old
definitely
man,
endured a lot of trauma, but
an old man of a single letter,
it's all relative.
or is it an old woman now? I don't really know.
It's all relatives.
That's just homosexual.
Oh
Hey,
God,
yo,
not the homosexual.
dog, it went from depressed to homosexual
It
real
went
quick.
it went from suicide to gay
Hey,
real
hey,
quick.
hey, 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 hey. Listen
Fake
here.
gay.
As somebody who's actually gay, it ain't gay if it's with the homies.
True.
Yeah, as someone who's bisexual, it ain't
Fake
gay if
gay.
it's with the homies.
Well,
Actually,
Yeah.
yes, it's gay. It's gay.
technically,
I'll
I'm
admit it.
bisexual.
You like tits?
I like tits and I like dick.
That's
I'll
pretty cool, bro.
Nah, it's more of ass for me. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
I'm an ass guy.
I got all three. Come
The
here.
same, but like,
You got all three? God damn, Bobby.
Oh, no.
God damn.
I only have two. That's unfortunate. No dick.
yeah, I'm definitely an ass
No
guy.
ass.
No
Damn.
dick.
Couldn't be me. Man, Mama, I didn't realize you didn't have a dick. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Only the tits
Sorry
and
to
the
hear that.
ass. I'm sorry. Yeah. It is
Bet you
unfortunate.
got
It's a really bad medical
bet you
condition,
got
but
a hell ass though.
Bro, I love how we're just shamelessly sexualizing people.
yeah. And we were just talking about how
Oh,
our
hold on,
friends
hold on.
nearly killed
We were
themselves.
just talking about suicide, and then next thing you know, we're talking about being homosexual.
It's almost like that
Like,
defeats the
dog,
entire purpose of this weirdly deep conversation.
it went from I don't really want to live anymore to dog, you got the fattest ass on planet Earth.
I'll live for that.
Dog,
But
don't kill yourself, please. You got too fat of an ass, dog.
so now that we've delved into Nacho's year of dealing with a lot of
All right,
stuff,
I'm back.
let's
Welcome back.
ask about your
Oh, I'm
time.
back.
Ask about your time, Fox. What have you experienced in 2022?
In 2022, man, I got cheated on twice
Oh, damn. I mean, hey, that
by
just
the
means
same
you had
guy.
that just means you had at least 2 relationships. You're doing better than I am by 2.
Nah, it was one. It was a single one, and I was stupid enough to go back.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? That's worse than none.
Yeah.
It's worse than none.
But speaking of relationships, I'm actually talking to somebody. They're wonderful, loving bits.
That is quite nice. Is do you think
Uh,
do you think it's easier being gay or straight? That's a pretty hot topic.
definitely bisexual.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
Because like you
You
just don't
have
discriminate. You have more options.
All of the
yes.
options, and usually they'll end up being gay men, but still.
However, whenever it comes to whenever it comes to like relationships with men and women, I'm sort of in the middle,
Yeah.
okay? Because my relationships with men, some of them were good,
Some of
one
them
was
not so much.
atrocious, and then with women, there was a lot that were atrocious, but there
Oh,
was good ones in there too. So it's not bad
and
per se.
I don't really know, cause to be honest with you, for some reason, I have an easier time, like, getting to know girls than I would, like, actually making guy friends. So, like,
Oh,
a lot of
dude, I can
people.
make guy friends like it's nothing.
Well, I mean, I just don't like. They're not really like Nachos and me work well with each other. You know, Tio I've known forever, and I have
Yeah,
my best friend at school is I can work with him very similar that to like when I do with Nachos or Mark. I don't really know. We've known each other for 2 years, but we don't really call each other by our real names, which I think is a little bit weird. But just kind of how
I
we're
mean, this
gauged.
is the
So
Well, I
internet.
mean, we can call each other by our names in private, but like just not just not on fucking like video or anything.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
there
so.
are certain
Maybe
lines
one
we do
day.
not cross with the internet and the
Yeah,
internet
the
and our
internet. Like,
actual life.
do you think we'll do this for a long
Indeed.
time? And if we do you think our faces will one day become public? And if that's so, that'll be an interesting time. You know, I'll get
Maybe
dreams.
my face will actually look half decent in the future. I don't know.
Maybe so. You never know. Because I mean, honestly, like
Nah, you're still gonna be ugly as shit, dog.
you look at a lot of these
Bro,
YouTubers and
what?
they're like 30 and they look
uh,
way better than they did in their 20s.
uh, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you, Nachos.
Like
Bro.
I mean, look at Markiplier and like Wildcat and all of
Ah,
those.
dog, Markiplier. Oh,
Markiplier is hot. Okay, I'm
I mean,
sorry,
I
he's
feel like
hot.
we can just all agree to that, regardless.
okay. Who has not thought Markiplier's hot? Okay.
I don't think anybody. I don't think there's a man or woman or thing that exists
Or attack
that hasn't
helicopter.
thought that Markiplier is hot, bro. He's just attractive.
I mean, at
Listen,
least now,
it's like
like somehow he got
I mean,
better
like,
as he got
I wouldn't
older. I
have
don't
sex with him,
understand
but
that.
like, you gotta appreciate when someone is
it's
attractive.
like
Cause like I mean,
it's like Ryan Reynolds.
he looks almost completely different than he did 10 years ago,
I mean, yeah,
but in a
but
good
he's
way.
still
Cause
fucking
usually people go
smoking.
downhill as they get older, but now he went up.
Yeah, have you seen Joe Biden?
Yeah, I
Joe
don't know
Biden's
about Joe
always been.
Biden, bro.
I want to see a young Joe Biden. That'll be a cursed
Joe
image
Biden's
for sure.
always
Look
been a
up young Joe Biden.
sexual.
Look up Joe Biden, 40 years old.
Well, I'll do that later.
That's
Always
relatively
been a
young.
sexy beast.
No, he was
Sexy
not.
beast.
Joe
I,
Biden was never sexy, bro.
hey, at least he could speak back then, so you know.
And
Kind
he
of.
didn't sleep through half of his speeches.
Didn't
Yeah, and he
snip
didn't
children's
say
hair.
that if you voted for Trump, you weren't black.
Or have you seen the clip where
I can only imagine that sort of like encounter. Like you vote for Trump, and here's Joe Biden to take your race away.
there goes some melanin from your body, you
What the
watch it
fuck is
degrade
Bro, like, what
as
the
you
fuck? This
lose a lot of
joke is
Take your
actually running for
melanin away.
president.
no more melanin. Bye
That's
bye
kind of what I
work
thought about
privileges.
Trump too, to be honest. Like Trump, he was not the best president. Let's be honest.
He was
He's
half and
actually
half.
kind of
Like
He's a
fucking gross.
better president than what we have.
he was a good
That's very
president when it
true, but
came
but
to
not by much. He's literally a fucking
Then
crook,
again,
bro.
but
He
then
stole
again,
he stole classified documents from the White House, bro.
but then again,
He's probably gonna sell them to the
like Trump
Chinese.
did good running the
frog as
country,
a
and then
president.
there's the other side where he messed with North Korea and tried to build a wall around Mexico. I mean, really.
Actually, our relations with many
North Korea.
countries prospered during his presidency.
That's because
However,
he has somewhat of a way with words. Like he has.
Yes,
yes,
at
like
least better than
He's
Joe
good at
Biden.
negotiating.
Jesus.
like the thing that went on with Russia and Ukraine, and it's still going on.
How the fuck did we get to
That would not have
politics?
happened because he would have talked Russia out of it.
I don't really know. Putin's a crazy man.
Putin is a
Putin
fucking
may
crazy.
Putin may be a fucking nutcase. However,
Listen, it's just like Kim Jong Un. I mean, even though Trump did actually make friends with Kim Jong Un, like literally, Kim Jong Un crossed into South Korea and Trump crossed into North Korea. Like that was like an event in history that happened. That's pretty cool. I mean, to be honest.
we witnessed history, but we didn't witness her story.
Her story. Oh my god.
That's unfortunate, bro.
History is a good
I'm
word.
saddened by this.
Like Trump did a good job. Like, let's be honest here. Life was good during Trump's presidency. Like in America, like it was pretty
We
easy.
actually had reasonable gas prices.
We actually had money, and the cities weren't burning down with homeless people, and well, they probably still were, but less so. And like George Floyd wasn't dead, and you know, George Floyd wasn't dead. He was just breaking
we
into
do
women's
not
homes.
talk about him.
We
We
do
do
not
not
talk
talk
about.
about him.
We do not talk about GF, bro.
Girlfriend?
We do not talk about Gordon Freeman.
Gordon Ramsay?
Jordan Freud.
Freudian slip?
Grandpa Frank.
Grandpa
We don't
Frank,
talk about Grandpa Frank.
No.
Otto Frank? Anne Frank? Hitler? The Nazis?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Grandchild.
whoa.
Golden Girls
What is this?
Holocaust?
Watch what you're saying here. Watch what you're saying here.
What's going on? What's wrong, Fox? Are you okay?
After what happened with Kanye, we kind of gotta watch it,
Oh,
my boy.
yeah. Forgot about that. That's true.
Yeah, he likes Hitler or something, right?
Yeah, I don't... Is
He
okay?
said Hitler did nothing wrong.
Okay, something actually does have to be wrong with Kanye. Because, like, I like Hitler as a joke.
Fucked.
Like, Hitler is great for jokes.
I think honestly,
But
So,
he just
incriminating,
said
my
something
guy.
controversial every time he's about to drop an album so that it gets more attention.
Yeah, I don't listen to any Kanye shit. I'm gonna
I
be
don't
honest.
listen to music.
I think it's doo-doo. I think it's absolutely terrible.
I listen to Weird Al and the Stupendium. That's the only music I listen to.
Listen, good choice with Weird Al. Can't go wrong with Weird Al.
Weird Al has literally done nothing wrong ever.
I think Weird Al is the most wholesome.
Weird Al is Jesus. He even
Okay,
has the
we've
hair.
gone a little.
No.
We've gone a little too far.
We haven't gone
We've gone a
far
little
enough,
too far.
Fox.
Weird
We
Al
have not gone
We've
far
gone a
enough.
little too far. We need to reel it back.
We must.
Okay.
Obviously, we need to bring religion into this podcast. We got
Elon Musk.
politics.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. What do you want to say?
Elon
about
Musk. Jesus Christ.
He
Stealing donations from the Tumblrs.
Pizza.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Krusty Krab.
Crazy pizza
Alright, I
is
need
the
to
best
shut up.
pizza for you and me.
Dog. I don't know what it is about this fucking group, but every time it makes me hungry.
I feel like I'm
Like I want to go
high.
make food right now.
Bro,
Dude, this is a trip through time.
Bro, make food on the podcast.
Guys,
You want me to make food on the podcast? I'll make
guys,
ramen on the podcast.
This
Yeah,
is
bro.
minute 57 of the footage right now.
All right, making ramen podcast.
ASMR ramen.
If we are not, no, I will be cremated before
I will be
I
cremated.
fucking do an ASMR podcast. All right, let me finish this game and I'll go make some food because I'm fucking starving.
I forgot you've just
Speaking
been
of which,
gaming.
that's one
So-
thing we can talk about.
What?
Food. What did
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
have for dinner tonight?
We should do it. We should do
I
it.
had
We should do a
McDonald's
tier
chicken
list.
nuggets. I had a 10-piece and a
Dog.
medium fry.
You had the BTS meal?
The BTS meal. What do they have? I
Oh,
had
look.
Papa John's.
Am I the only one who had a home cooked meal?
Yeah, I had Mickasitas yesterday and Papa John's today.
I had breakfast bowls.
That sounds good, bro.
Like, shit was amazing.
My family often does not like to cook. You know.
That's fair. Me
Yeah.
and my mom love to cook.
I like cooking, but we don't really have much good shit to cook in the house.
My
Bro.
parents are great
Yeah,
cooks. It's just that
same.
my dad works late. My mom's lazy, a teacher, tired, a lot of stuff, really.
Oh, she's a teacher? Yeah, I can understand why she'd be tired.
I'd be like,
Have you seen what age group does she teach?
3rd grade.
Not trying to get third grade. Fuck.
3rd grade.
Yeah,
Like
I can see
3rd
why
through
she's
5th
tired.
grade. 3rd through 5th grade, honestly, is probably one of the best ages.
Yeah.
At least when I was that age, because we were good kids. Now, not so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
but
feel like 5th grade was probably some of my favorite times.
3rd through, listen, kindergarten up, I was a terrible kid. All the way up to 5th grade, whenever I met Mark.
Like kindergarten through 2nd grade is
No, it was 2nd grade.
children. Like, I mean, they're
Was
pretty...
it 2nd grade? No, it was 3rd.
Oh shit! I doxed myself, bro.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Cut that part out.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay.
DDoSed yourself.
Well, okay. Let me speak. Let's clear this. Like kindergarten through 2nd grade is like small children. They're kind of wild. 3rd through 5th grade, they're honestly a lot smarter, a lot more mature during that time. They're learning a lot.
Kinda wild. Whenever I was in that age group, I was throwing desks and chairs.
Okay, well you're an exception because I never saw anything like that. And then middle school kids are awful. Like really, like the most crazy stuff happens.
Okay. 8th grade for us over where me and Nachos live. Well, Nachos used to live and go to school, was terrible because we're technically a part of the middle school,
Huh.
but we're also in the high school. So technically, since we were part of the middle school, we couldn't go to anything high school related. But since we were in the high school, we couldn't go to anything middle school related. So we kind of just had a
Just
static
didn't do
period
anything?
where we couldn't do anything school related.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like
But
that was
okay.
not academics.
Like
Stuff that was
honestly,
not academic.
I just don't do that
Like
anyways. I don't
school
go.
dances,
I don't go to
we didn't
games
get to
and
go
stuff.
into any of those.
I don't got time to go to games, and I mean I don't have. I'm pretty much
Oh
like.
shit, I get to go to prom.
Oh no. Oh nar. Oh
I'm
nar.
not going. Fuck that shit.
Like I don't even know if
Dude,
we'll have
I
a
already
girlfriend
have a
at that time.
date. What is up with you guys?
I don't have a
trust
girlfriend.
people
I
my
don't go
age,
to
bro.
games. I don't do extracurriculars.
Except for you.
I'm like the
I have faith in
stereotypical
you,
loner
but
kid, but I have a ton of friends. I don't really know.
I have faith in both of you. If you
No, you
guys
don't.
need advice, just come to me. Okay,
Come,
guys,
exactly. That's all you need. That's
I
all the
can get
advice you
you
need is
guys.
come.
Come.
dumpster.
That's what I am.
What?
Come
Hey,
dumpster.
whoa. Wait.
Hold on a minute. What's going on around here?
Whoa. You can't just drop that in the middle of the sentence, dog.
I think I can. If you don't make a big deal out
I'm
of it, like
so
Nachos wasn't even going
confused.
to question it because he already knows. But that's besides.
You know what? Fair enough. You know what? You do you, man. I'll just be confused in silence.
Anyways, but like I don't do anything school related or have like relationships. I don't even have social media. I just don't do
I
that.
don't have social media.
I don't have much social media. I have a
Like
I
couple
have
social
I
media
don't
accounts on
Snapchat.
understand.
YouTube
Okay,
and another website called
so
Gambling.
YouTube,
this is gonna be a little bit about my year,
I
but
don't think.
in the beginning of the summer I went to a church camp and it was great. I have a lot of friends at church and
East Christian.
it was super interesting. Um it's not anything like you would think it would be. And there was constantly guys like trying to get Snapchats from all the girls, and then there was one guy who tried to get a Snapchat from me, but
Aw, getting
and
play.
and so that was pretty weird. But I mean I don't
You know,
have
get your
Snapchat.
Chad moment.
Yeah, Giga Chad and gay in a Christian camp, like real big balls there. Cause
Hey,
like
we
not even
all
gonna
know what they say about Christian camp. I like
it ain't
Bible
really
camp.
Christian,
So.
but like um
You always got them odd ones.
but like to be honest, all the kids at my church
Yeah,
actually are
fucking long
like
game.
really are like like stereotypical Christian against gay people, which I'm not obviously because I'm talking to you two right now. But
I mean, yeah, I've
but
literally been in
and
multiple gay relationships.
I don't really understand how you can hate a certain group of people for something like that.
Well,
I mean, it's
I
all about your
understand it.
values, and it's like
It's the
what
values
you
and
think about
fear.
them, like because they don't hate.
Fear and what they've been taught. Basically, every like controversial topics coming up.
Okay,
Nazis. Okay?
okay, that's not really controversial. We know they're
They were
evil.
just
Some
led
people.
to believe
Yeah, that is
what they
true.
were told.
Like at the
But it's
time,
the same with all of these
like 1940 to
children,
19.
these
Okay, so
Christian
can I?
children.
Yeah, they like indoctrinated children. Yeah, like 1940 to 1945 Nazis can, well, if they didn't know what was going on, they just thought that it was just some way of life. They can be considered innocent to a degree because they didn't really have the full picture that Hitler was killing 10 million people. Um, but like Nazis today, they know full well what all that is, and they
I
are.
don't think any of them were alive now. But if they
No, I mean
were,
like no, like obviously they weren't alive then. I mean Kanye, for example, I think he proclaims he's a Nazi, and there's a ton of people like
Yeah, oh my god.
whoa. They kind of had a little policies about his people.
Yeah, they sure did.
yeah, we don't.
They definitely had a few policies against that.
Yeah, they don't exactly like minorities.
Well, we know
Yeah,
that, but there's
I mean,
a
they're
mainly the
weird.
Jewish.
honestly like I don't get why they call them minorities because they're really not minorities.
And
Honestly,
there's a weird amount of self-proclaimed Nazis, and this is gonna get a little political, but like
yeah,
on both sides of the political spectrum, like the left, far left
Wasted.
and the far right. But
yeah.
and I don't really understand why would you why okay first okay for one thing, gypsies. What even are gypsies? How are they based? Um, and why would you hate them? Why would you hate Jewish people? Like they literally don't do anything wrong. Um,
Well,
well, I mean, obviously Jewish people can do stuff wrong, but them as a civilization haven't done too much wrong, at least not in modern history.
everybody does wrong.
Yeah.
Also, uh, with what Mark said, like he doesn't understand why they call them minorities. I don't understand that either, due to the
Because
fact
technically
that,
they are the
like,
majority. Well, at least
Yeah,
some of
because
those groups.
statistically
but
there are less white people than there are like the in total like all of the other races in the world.
Yeah, but you gotta separate.
but
You see,
Why do they call
people when
why
they
do they
talk about
call everybody
minorities, they
but
love
white
to
people racial
separate.
minorities?
So you got to
but
separate all of them and
also,
see the percentages. And it's probably still less white people than at least a lot of other. But I don't
like
know. It's just
like
certain.
uh, some people in my group, like my friend group, were talking about this. Like, it got on the topic of racism. Okay,
Okay.
and
Always
many of
good
them
to
said
talk
you
about, I
cannot be
guess, for something.
racist. Well, many of them said you cannot be racist towards white people, and
Oh
I
my
explained to them.
god.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
explained to them that
We have
that in itself
skin.
is
We have our
being
color.
racist
Okay.
because
This
you
is
are
one of the
taking
topics I hate the most. Okay,
your
because the fact that you think it's okay to mistreat and like just
Bro, that's
like
discriminating. That's literally discriminating upon
discriminating
race.
against a
the
certain
fact
color of skin, like what
the
Yeah.
fact
racism
that
is.
you are
It's
taking
still racism
somebody
because you're judging someone
due
by the
to
color
the
of their
color of
skin.
their skin, taking somebody due to the color of their skin and putting them in a different
Also, I
box
want
than
to
the
point out
rest of
that
the world
technically, right now, my
is
PFP is of a
racism.
Lego
Yeah.
black man. Don't mind that. That's
That's
just a
literally
funny
the
thing.
definition of racism. These fucking imbeciles.
Yeah, and
Um,
I explained that to them, and they had no idea what they were talking about.
Yeah, because they're stupid fucking teenagers who think they know what they're talking about.
oh, and also the statement that like black people can't be racist. Who? Um, I have
Oh,
a friend.
there's racists of all colors.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I have a friend. She's Asian, and there is this black guy, and well, actually a black guy and a white guy in our agriculture class. And before she
Oh
got
dear
there,
God, it's agriculture.
and before they got there, they were like making fun of her doing the I thing. Like it's
Oh my
basically the Asian
god.
N word. Let's be honest. They were doing
Yeah,
like the
except
pulling
for like
back the
the
eyes.
multiple slang words, or not slang words, fucking words that people use to derogatorily, or I don't know.
Asians don't
Slur
get
Asian
Listen, I
don't
slangs,
get
Asian
any
cannot,
break.
slurs.
They don't get like any minority
I can't
credit,
speak
nor do
English.
they get like
I do not.
white privilege or whatever they call it. They don't get any of that. They're just stuck in limbo.
Listen, I'm sorry. I did have to laugh at Asian N-word.
Yeah, I mean that's the best way I can describe
It,
it. Because
it
like
is it
the
it
eye,
is a
like the
good
pulling
way to
back the
describe
eyes,
it.
like the pulling back the eyes to Asians is like the N word to black people. It's a symbol of offense to their
Yes, it
race.
is a symbol of hatred, but it was kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Just like the
Like the
swastika
wording you
is
use.
a lot of hate symbol, even though it didn't used to
Yes,
be.
but the beginnings of the swastika was
Was a
actually
completely
very
different purpose.
peaceful.
Yeah.
Yes, the the original meaning was actually peace and love.
It's Hitler's like,
And
no,
then we
I'm
got that
stealing.
guy. And then we got that motherfucker.
How did we go from a topic about the New Year's? It's so heavily political,
I do not know.
and you're just making ramen right now as well. Was the worst part.
Oh yeah, I am. I literally just put the noodles in the microwave. Oh man, do we have any soy sauce?
And it's just
Hopefully.
like weird.
Shit. Oh fuck yeah, we do. Fuck yeah.
And we're not even gonna get into the wider spectrum of who is right or wrong, because nobody's ever really right or wrong, especially when it comes to politics and stuff like that.
Listen, history is written by the victors.
Yeah,
Whoever
that's what my English
wins
teacher said today.
chooses
Whoever wins chooses what is written in the history books, because like
Pretty much.
chooses
they have
what
the
is
power.
right and wrong.
They have power over the other side. So they can't tell their story.
That's why there's so much American history.
Yeah.
Because we're the best, baby.
Yeah,
We
because
learn a
that's
lot,
how
that's for
we
Right.
sure.
think.
We're better than everybody.
Yeah, high
Woo!
egos.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not like we're one of the biggest countries in the
Congratulations.
world. Isn't the United States like the third biggest country? Behind like China and Russia?
I think yeah.
Because, I mean, like,
But
think
you
about it.
know,
Texas, which is one of 50 states in our country, is bigger than France.
speaking of France, you know what I hate?
Okay.
The French language.
Okay, fair enough.
Not French people, the language.
Yeah,
The language
it's pretty messed
is
up.
it's an eloquent language. It's
Is
elegant.
it
It's
really?
lovely to hear,
It's confusing.
but
Makes no sense.
God, have you ever seen it written?
It's
No,
so
I have
ugly.
not. I actually
It's
don't
such
think.
an ugly language.
I don't know if I've ever seen it written, to be
There is
honest.
so many
Like, it's such an ugly
unnecessary.
written language, but it sounds so cool when you speak it.
It sounds lovely,
It gets you
but
that sex.
Sounds so smooth and charismatic.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly.
then
I mean, it's called romance language for a reason.
and then you see it written, and
It's
you're
like,
like, dear God, what happened here? Like right? I probably didn't sound anything how I was supposed to,
wee.
but I really do not care. It is OUI. That's how it's spelled.
OUI.
Okay?
OE.
Yes. What we think is WEE.
Yeah, WEWE. Wee. Or if you want to get Nintendo fancy with it, WII, Wii.
We do not talk about the Nintendo.
Yeah, they said they're gonna explode all functioning Wii's in 2023. Now it's
Dog,
here.
no. No, you already took Adobe Flash
No.
from me. You already took Flash from me. You are not taking
Yeah,
my
but you
boy.
see, very obviously that's not
No more Wii
possible.
Sports.
It's
No
basically
more
not
Matt.
possible because they would pretty much just bring Nintendo down if they just killed a bunch of people with exploding consoles. You know, like I mean, really.
Yeah, that's fair. My cousin actually has a functioning Wii.
Yeah, so do I. I have one. Like Super Smash Bros.
You know
Brawl on
what
it
I
right now.
really want a functioning version of?
What?
The original Xbox.
Nachos, what are you doing?
The original Xbox or a PlayStation 1. Or 2.
Nachos, I'll go get.
PlayStation 1 or 2.
My dad has a PS3, 4, and 5 in his room. And we have a PS2 somewhere. And I have a PS4 and
Do you
5 in
have
here.
Modern Warfare? Does he have Modern Warfare 2? No, not interested.
Nachos, I'll go get the chicken if you don't stop.
Go get the
I
chicken then.
swear to God,
Don't make me get the chicken.
I will leave right now if I hear the fucking chicken.
Do you know what the chicken is, Fox?
Yes, I know what the chicken is.
What is the chicken?
Bruh. How to suck a guitar.
How to suck.
How to suck a guitar, man. I need to
I
take
was
this
thinking the
class.
same thing.
I need to take this master class.
Who is
What the fuck was
who
that?
is it run by Cardi B?
No, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, if you know what I mean.
We all love the Little Wayne guitar solo.
Alright, enough of that.
What were we even talking about? The French language?
Yeah, the French language. I hate it. It's stupid in the way that it's written.
And then there's the people. God.
And then you have Latin. Latin, lovely.
Oh.
Sounds like you're gonna fight a Dark Souls boss, but sounds great. We love it. We love a little bit of we love a little bit of Latin
What
around
about
here.
Pig Latin?
Pig Latin, Ixnay on the Ig Latin pay.
A.
Bruh. It's Igpay Attenley.
Sorry. Ig pay Antley.
That's just a broken
Ixnay.
Yoda.
Actually, speaking of different languages, I partially know German.
Huh.
For some odd reason, Duolingo thinks that you don't need to know actual phrases and yes, but it thinks you need to know like bread. No, I need to know how to introduce myself.
I need to know how to say sex with a woman in German.
I need to know how to say I have sex with many women.
No, what if you want to order bread from a restaurant or a bakery though?
Well, then
Is fair.
Then I'll order a woman. Obviously, they have them.
That's fair.
She'll probably be lightly toasted,
It
but
still
it'll be
is
fine.
useful. It's just not as useful as in regular conversation.
I'm glad everybody heard that. probably lightly toasted, but that'll be okay. That's how I like my women.
I'm
That's how
still
I like my
making
humans for
ramen.
everything.
It's past midnight, and I'm up making ramen. My mother's gonna kill me.
Bro.
But you
I
know
have
what? It is what it is.
I have 1 hour, 21 minutes of
It's the
footage.
weekend, bro. It don't matter.
Um,
Man, that's not enough time to finish my ramen.
so I guess I can now talk about my much less depressing year. Give or
Yeah,
take.
sorry about that,
Give or
Chief.
take a few. No, it's fine. That was very good conversation, very deep. But like school for the most part, and then like summer came. I went to that Christian camp. That was pretty. Actually, no. Before that, I went to Disney World, and it was
Dog.
pretty bad.
Nice, bro.
Oh, it was bad?
I did. I honestly don't like Disney World. I mean, like, what? I mean, you wait in line for 2.5 hours and then get on a ride. I mean, it's pretty cool, but it lasts
Just to watch
5 minutes.
some YouTuber get on the ride with you, and you
Not like 5.
constantly hear them talking.
Just it only lasts like 5 minutes, and you have to wait in a long ass line. And you have to pay like fucking basically your entire
Outrageous,
paycheck on it.
Like, I mean, if
outrageous
I was in a better
prices.
mood that week, I would have probably I would have enjoyed it more, but it's just, and like, my family was fighting each other the whole time, like,
Ah, I know how
it,
that is.
I mean,
Summer vacation is like that with me.
ooh, ee, ooh, ah, bing, bing, wada, bing, bing, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, bing, bing, wada, bing, bing. And just like, some of the rides just weren't that good. We mostly rode roller coasters, and I mean, the
I
roller
can
coasters were great.
understand why they weren't that good.
Or at least some of them were great. Like the one Mount Everest was probably the highlight of everything. Because you go backwards down like pretty much a 90-degree angle, but it's a spiral. It's pretty cool. Like, all the roller coasters were pretty nice, except for Space Mountain. I felt I was gonna die on that one.
Oh,
Cause,
probably.
cause like me and my dad both were ducking, thinking we were gonna get decapitated. My dad especially, since he's 6'4". Um,
Dang.
He's a tall
Your
boy.
dad played football?
basketball.
Ah, makes sense.
He wasn't really too much of a field runner, He could go down the court, I guess. He's apparently pretty. He had a ton of girlfriends when he was in high school.
He's just like me for real.
For real, for real.
Playa.
Except I do not have so-called W Riz. I don't know. I might. I just don't
I
really
think
feel
you
like
didn't get those
enacting it.
genes.
No, I got my mom, who apparently when she was 24, she was doing something, because I have a brother who does not have the same father. Uh, um,
Yeah.
See, good people can make bad decisions, and that's why we should be allowed to have sex at any age.
Okay.
This is my pitch for underage sex, as long as they're also underage.
You needed to specify that, dog.
Yes, I have to, or else I'm either gonna see what would it be? It's not. I wouldn't. I would technically. Would I
Listen,
technically?
either
Would I be a reverse pedophile if I didn't specify that?
no, you would not.
Okay.
But
Um,
it would get you
I
a
would be
one-way ticket to a
creepy.
Queen concert.
What do you mean by that? I don't understand, and I am scared.
Eh, most of everybody in Queen is dead.
Yeah, I think Brian. Is it Brian May?
I don't know.
So
The
I would be
guitarist.
dead.
Like
I know
he's
Freddie
still
died of
alive.
AIDS.
Yeah,
Damn.
unfortunate.
And a
Deserves.
common misconception whenever it came to to Freddie, he was not gay.
He was bisexual.
Yeah, he was a bi icon.
Bye.
He was a
Bi-icon.
bicon, bro.
That sounds like he was a Decepticon.
No, I'm sticking with bicon.
I want to ride my
Bye,
bike.
Captain. Ooh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Absorbent in yellow and porous is
SpongeBob
he.
Nut.
How do you nachos? Seriously, how do you do it? How do you do all those voices? I don't understand. Jimmy, he was absorbent and porous.
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
Oh,
I
it
always
was so
hated it.
good.
I always hated it.
Chocolate.
Chocolate!
God, that episode is so good. How did we get to SpongeBob? What did I do? Where are we? What day is it?
We are in one hell of a trip, my guy.
I think all three of us are high, not just one of us.
I don't know what
Hey.
they put in my ramen, but dude.
They put weed in my ramen. They put weed in my Mountain Dew. I ate some Papa John's earlier. That must be it.
Bro, it was a McDonald's site for sure.
McDonald's poisoned Papa John's pizzas with cocaine.
Okay, I thought those
Just
mushrooms
slandering
looked
McDonald's
weird.
now. Live on podcast.
I thought those
We
mushrooms
exposed
looked weird.
McDonald's. We exposed McDonald's for their
slandering
crimes.
a company live on podcast.
Who doesn't do that? Okay, it's McDonald's. We're allowed to. We're not allowed to endorse companies. We can slander them all we want. Okay?
Listen, as long as you don't start
I mean, that's
slandering
kind of fair
Chick-fil-A,
because the goons are
I may
The goons are sponsored by G-Subs, and Soup literally slanders them all the time by saying that G-Subs will kill you, bro.
Oh,
He
well,
says,
I mean,
he calls it poison.
listen.
listen.
I don't think we have
guys,
to worry about that. I have 52 subscribers, Nachos. You really don't have to worry about that. Okay?
Okay.
I know.
I have one
I was just
condition.
saying. I was just adding that interesting little tidbit.
Yeah,
I have one condition. We can slander whatever company we want. However, leave Chick-fil-A
All
out.
right, Hanes underwear.
No, listen, Chick-fil-A. Okay, Chick-fil-A is
They may
great.
be homophobic, but I love their chicken.
That's literally
I
what
bet-
everybody says. Like, no matter who you talk to.
Their chicken's too good. I gotta forgive them. I haven't had it before.
I mean, literally,
I really
the
want to
food.
try it.
Like, okay, I mean, it's just like one of the only good
I would
choices
kill somebody
in
for
fast
the
food.
sauce.
Like, if somebody can outdo Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A will probably die
The sauce is great.
due to the fact that they're not even useful anymore. You know?
They're selling it at Walmart for a minute.
Like, but I don't know why I've been craving some McDonald's for a while, and I don't understand why. Like,
maybe because you're
Dog,
addicted to the flavor of
know-
McDonald's.
probably. Honestly,
there's two things
McDonald's
that I
has
will always
spicy
get from
chicken nuggets,
McDonald's.
and those things are pretty good. I cannot lie to
But
you.
they're not spicy.
I mean, if they're not spicy,
honestly, they're
I'm
pretty
not
good.
gonna get them.
They're white
no,
people
they
spicy.
they do pretty. No, they actually are pretty spicy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh, they brought them back and made them spicier? Last time they had them, they sucked, bro.
No, yeah, no, they're pretty. They
Is
get a really
McRib
good
back
kick.
yet?
Like you gotta have a
On it back.
gotta have a drink
We need the
for 'em.
McRib.
Although
We
to be
go
fair, I
back,
do
back.
eat literally 20 McNuggets
Actually, I
at a
tried
time.
the McRib. It's not terrible.
I haven't
But
had
it's
the
not
McRib.
great either.
See, I don't
It's
There's
understand
like
how.
it's
two.
like those fucking. It almost tastes like those school ribs, like the ribs you get at fucking school with
Ugh.
like the
Yeah.
the
I
frozen ribs with
no,
the
I don't
barbecue
eat
sauce
those.
slathered on them.
I don't eat those. I question if they're meat. Okay, I
Me
got a
too,
story.
but they're not bad.
They're most likely meat.
I
The
got
only question is it animal meat?
I got a story. So we were doing
It's bird meat.
we had, it was like a benchmark day at school. This was last year, and the cafeteria apparently just wasn't ready. They didn't have food prepared, so we got served these ribs, quote unquote. They looked like uncooked Christmas trees. Absolutely the worst food I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand
I'm
how.
sorry, Christmas tree?
Yeah, they were literally shaped like Christmas trees, and they were basically white. Like I don't even know if that's if they could have legally served us that.
They were frozen.
Okay,
No,
first
I
off,
mean
we start
they
by
were
incriminating ourselves.
they were
Now
technically
we're
cooked.
incriminating our schools.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna try to get shut down. Bleep middle school shut down. I tell you what, brother. I tell you what. Oh my god,
Tell you
this
what.
is crazy.
I'll tell you what.
Speaking of
I'll tell you what.
speaking
Fuck.
of McDonald's, there's two things I will always get from McDonald's, but it depends on what time of the day it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if it's in the morning,
McDonald's house
hash
browns are
browns
good.
all the way.
Yeah.
Definitely
way.
getting a hash brown, but it has to also come with a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
I'm not real big on their breakfast. But
No,
hash
I
brown.
love
That
McDonald's
just
breakfast.
reminded
I'm a
me
big
of
fan.
something.
Kill for
So
a hash
you
brown.
no, hold up. I'll let Fox finish his thought first, but
Good.
Okay, and then anytime later, nuggets.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
All the
obviously
time.
nuggets are the
I
nuggets
mean,
are weirdly
McDonald's
good.
burgers also
Give
do
me-
kind of slap.
Give me a 20 piece.
Like their burgers
then
are
I don't know.
really good.
See, I don't know how I'm not fat. I eat 20-piece McNuggets every time I get McDonald's.
Like if you've ever had a McDonald's burger, they're solid.
No.
Like, for real.
I've only ever eaten nuggets, like literally.
Really?
Never.
Like you're just a nugget fan?
I only eat the
I'm
nuggets.
not a big fan of the McDonald's
I don't
sandwiches.
eat burgers. I
Only
don't really eat
because-
pizza, and I don't eat tacos. At least not
I mean,
from
I don't really
restaurants.
like their buns. They're not my favorite buns, but I do like the burgers
I'll
themselves.
eat
The
I'll eat
only
DiGiorno
reason
pizza. I'll eat my
why
mom's
I
tacos and I'll eat my dad's
do
burgers.
not prefer the sandwich is due to the fact I could just head over to Wendy's
Wendy's. Oh yeah.
and get a burger with bacon jam on it
Bro, have you ever had the
and
fucking
crispy onions
have you ever
and
had
more bacon.
the pretzel bacon pub?
I have not.
Oh,
It's
I
so
But
remember
I'm
good,
making
dude.
planning
It's
on that
fucking
being my
great.
next one.
You should try it,
guys.
dude.
Actually, I have. Do you guys know what Buc-ee's is?
It's a Texas thing, right?
Yeah.
Also, you can get
Like a gas station, like a
Well, yeah.
huge ass
So
gas
it
station.
originated in Texas. It's a gas station, quote unquote. That's as big as like a Walmart. Basically, like it is giant. It has like 60 gas pumps, 70 urinals in at least the men's, bathroom. It has a restaurant in the middle of it.
What are we talking about?
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's is like a Bucky's is just a
Oh
wonderland.
yeah, I know Bucky's.
And it's mostly in Texas, but there's like some in Florida, Alabama, I think maybe Mississippi, and I would assume
So it's just a
Louisiana.
southern thing in general.
And I know
Yeah.
Georgia. I know Georgia, Tennessee, and South Carolina also have some. North Carolina is allegedly going to get one near where I live, but it's only a rumor, and we don't know yet. There's none
Man,
in North Carolina at
Ohio.
this time.
Ohio needs one of these.
Ohio needs Bucky's, bro.
Ohio is an honorary
We've got
southern.
like the most Walmarts in the country. Now we just need some Bucky's, bro.
You know
Need
what
some
we
competition
actually
for
need?
those WalMarts.
You know what we actually need?
What?
Something to do in this place.
Yeah,
The
except go to
reason why
Walmart.
the
Just
reason
go
why the
shuck
whole
some corn.
Ohio meme the reason why the whole Ohio meme came up
is because
was
Ohio is
because
so fucking
we are so
characteristically boring.
no, it's because we are so bored out of our minds
That we just like to
that
kill
we just
people.
do crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why so many people do fucking drugs here.
See,
We
like
just do crazy shit.
it's funny. I live in North Carolina. North Carolina has a reputation to be like normal, just like one of the normalest states. You know, like we're good in agriculture, we're good in a lot of stuff. I'm not education,
And I'd say
but
Washington is a very normal state.
and then you got Ohio boys here, along with like Markiplier, and just everyone's crazy. All the YouTubers are from Ohio, and I'm over here with Matt, Pat, and Bob, and we're in
And
North
Mr. Beast.
Carolina. And Mr. Beast, yeah.
Mr.
Rhett and Link.
Beast.
My grandma actually knows Rhett and Link's parents, apparently. She told me that. So interesting.
What?
Okay. What?
What? Now that's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. It's
But
interesting.
like,
Because they live near me.
Markiplier grew up in Cincinnati, like around Cincinnati.
Yeah, he sure did.
So like, Nachos, me and you might have been where Markiplier has been. We might have walked
We
where
breathe the same
Markiplier
air.
has walked. We might have farted in the same area
Where Markiplier.
that Markiplier has farted.
The hottest man. You know,
Second
Fuck-
hottest. Second
fuck-
hottest. Watch
fuck-
your tone, boy.
fuck Henry Cavill and the weird
Bro.
Korean guy.
What other
Markiplier's
cool
not
people are from Ohio? I think Maynard James Keenan is from Ohio.
Who is that?
We've got the
He's the lead
most.
singer of Tool.
We've
Oh.
got the most. The most
The
astronauts.
most? Really?
And the most presidents.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah, North Carolina only has two, and what was it?
And
One of
also
them
it's
was
the
Andrew Johnson.
birthplace of aviation.
One of them was Andrew Johnson.
The
and the other
only
was, like,
thing.
I don't even know. I can't remember.
The only president I am sad we did not have was JFK.
Yeah.
I feel like Ohio is the state of wasted potential.
Why? Is because where all the assassinated presidents came from?
No.
Or at least all the presidents that died in office? All 8 of them?
You know what? That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, there have been 8 presidents that have died in office. Obviously, probably the worst one was William Henry Harrison after he died in only a month in office.
Yeah.
And then obviously JFK, Abraham Lincoln, the 2 other assassinations, William McKinley and James Garfield, and Nachos is deafened again.
My goodness. What are we gonna do with them?
And then the other 3, what were the other 3? Some older presidents. No, actually,
I think
Franklin D.
Grant.
Roosevelt.
I think Grant was from Ohio, wasn't he?
Grant. I don't know. Harding.
Hold on, I'm gonna look
Harding
this
died
up.
in office, and then there's one more. I think maybe. Oh yeah, Zachary Taylor. That's the other one that died in office. So those are the 8.
Here we are. Why was that the first thing? Okay. Oh, he was. Yes.
So
Okay.
who
Here's the
is from
presidents from
Ohio?
Ohio: Hayes,
Okay.
McKinley, Garfield, Harding,
Oh God.
Taft, Useless S. Grant, and William Henry Harrison.
So 4 out of the
WHH.
8 are from Ohio. God. Taft and Taft. Taft is my favorite president. He's pretty
William
cool.
Howard Taft.
JFK was my favorite. I'm gonna
And
be
then
honest.
Ulysses S. Grant was also a good president from there. So yeah,
He was.
Nachos, 4 out of the 8 presidents to die in office came from Ohio.
I wonder which ones came from Texas.
None of them.
None
Probably
of
at
them?
least one.
I think at least one
Bro.
came from Texas.
I wonder if one of those presidents was like at least one of those presidents was around when Buc-ee's existed.
Oh, definitely.
Probably.
Useless S. Grant was around whenever Buc-ee's.
Useless S. Grant.
Useless S. Grant. Was Ulysses S. Grant like the most recent president on that list?
No.
No.
It would have been
No,
Taft, right?
that was a Southern general, bro.
Oh,
He was not Southern.
geez.
You take that blasphemy
Northern.
out of your mouth.
Wait, was he a
Right
Northern?
now. He was
He was for the
Northern.
Union.
Bro, I got my history wrong. God damn.
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
sorry.
exactly why he
Second off.
became president, is because he was on the right side of history.
I mean, true.
Once again, history is written by the victors.
I think Taft is the most recent one on that list.
No, he's not.
He's not?
JFK is.
Who is?
No, it's not.
I believe. Hold on, let's see.
Taft was like early 1900s.
No, JFK.
JFK's not from Ohio.
JFK was not from Ohio.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was from New England. Alrighty.
Look at that
Let's
list again.
see.
Tell me the list again.
Alright, so from oldest to youngest. Okay. William Henry Harrison.
Yeah, he was like
Useless
the
S.
8th
Grant.
president.
Useless S. Grant.
Okay.
Rutherford B. Hayes. I don't
Rutherford.
even know why you name yourself Rutherford.
What,
Well,
Your
what the
parents
fuck is
never
a
loved
Rutherford?
you. Your parents never loved you.
I don't know why
James A.
you
Garfield.
name yourself Rutherford. What?
Benjamin Harrison.
Okay.
He's from North Bend. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Rutherford is from Delaware.
Bro, Delaware, like the least populous state? No, wait, no, that's Wyoming.
Rhode Island. People forget
No,
Rhode Island's
he's
even a
not.
state.
Delaware, Ohio.
Honestly, Rhode Island shouldn't be a state anymore, and then just bring in Puerto Rico. Keep it even.
No, Wyoming should be a state.
Useless
We should
as
just
Grant
give
was
Wyoming
from
to Canada.
Point Pleasant.
So who is the
Okay,
most
where did I
recent
leave
Ohioan president? That was the question.
Okay,
If
I
we
left
were to
off at
give-
Garfield.
If we
I
were
left
to
off at
give
Garfield.
Wyoming to Canada, like,
Okay,
we wouldn't be missing out on much.
okay. The next one after Garfield is Benjamin Harrison.
Okay.
Then it's William McKinley.
Okay.
Then it's William Taft. And then it's Warren G. Harding,
Okay. Harding
who
must have
was
been just a little
president
bit after
from
Taft.
Taft was from 1909 to 1913.
Exactly.
Harding was from 1921 to
Okay.
1923.
So after
and he
Woodrow
died of a
Wilson.
heart attack while in office.
So he was the one after Wilson, I guess. So
I believe, yes.
I was right when I said Taft was early 1900s. I was just one off
Yeah.
from him being the most recent. So that's pretty good. Most people don't even know those
Hey,
people
we
exist.
we did pretty good. Hold on.
I just look up a bunch of stuff about the presidents. Did you know that out of all presidents,
Virginia had the most presidents.
Virginia? That makes sense because like all of the original.
Wait,
like,
hold on. It has 8. Hold on, wait a second. Didn't we also have 8? Oh, more of our country's presidents came from Ohio. 8 of the 44, and we also tied with Virginia for 8.
Interesting. Well, Fox, you gotta become president to make Ohio great again.
I gotta do what I gotta do, my brothers. Vote Fox 2023?
4.
Did you know that
2024.
Did you know out of all of the presidents, 46 presidents now? 45, 46. 17 of them
I think
have had
46.
17 of them have had assassination attempts done to them. 4 of them being successful, or at least 4 of them being killed. The first one was Andrew Jackson. He nearly died so many times. He was in like hundreds of duels, but that was brought on by himself, and he was assassinated. He had an assassination attempt. The guy's gun jammed. Then he got another gun out because Andrew Jackson's just hard to kill, and he tried to shoot him again. The other gun jammed, and then Andrew Jackson beat him with the cane because that's just how
It's like that
general
one guy
rolls.
off of TikTok. What if I told you Andrew Jackson had that dog in him?
And then the Trail of Tears, but we don't talk about that. And
Whoa,
bro.
And
talk
then some
about
of
getting political.
and then some of the others being like Taft had an assassination attempt, and then every single president since Nixon has had an assassination attempt. So like Nixon, Carter, Ford, Reagan.
Theodore Roosevelt actually got shot and
he did
continued
get
his
shot.
speech.
Right, that's right. I forgot about that. He was like, whatever.
And then
Wasn't
there a president where there was an attempt on his life, and he literally insulted the guy who tried to kill him?
Probably like.
That sounds like what something Trump would do.
That sounds like what Andrew Jackson would do.
Move.
Might have been Ronald Reagan. Who knows?
Actually, it might have been Theodore Roosevelt.
It's like, hey, get better aim. Shoot me in the head next time, just like future President JFK. So like every president since Nixon. So Nixon, Carter, Ford, Reagan, H.W. Bush, W. Bush, Clinton, Obama, Trump, and not Biden.
Wait, who was before Obama?
W. Bush.
Clinton. Oh, Bush?
Clinton.
No,
was it Bush?
Bush, and then Clinton, and then the other Bush, and then Reagan. Ford,
I see.
Carter.
So
I don't know. Ford.
War crimes, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah.
And then
I
more
did
war
not
crimes.
have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah. The Bushes really love their war crimes. And then Obama really also loved his
Oh,
war
come on,
crimes.
it's just a family. It's just a family activity.
And Trump also loved his
Keeping
war
it in the
crimes.
family, bro.
Joe Biden did not love his war
the
crimes.
Bushes the Bushes can have a
So
little
pretty
bit of war
much,
crimes as a treat.
and I feel like people aren't going to try to assassinate Joe Biden simply because he's too easy of a target. It's like, oh, he's too easy for my sniper, man. I can't do this. I'll just leave him be. He'll die from the dementia anyways.
Dog, if he does not die within this time, I'm going to be surprised. Like
I
I'm
mean,
not
let's be
saying that
honest.
I'm gonna kill him, but
I
like,
think that's exactly what you're
dog,
saying.
ain't no fucking way you living through all of this and not croaking at the end.
I don't know.
Like
Let's
I'm
be honest.
expecting him to just keel over at the very end.
He'll just pull a Carter, but even still, we don't need Kamala Harris in office. She's not much better. At least she can speak.
Okay. Now this has nothing to do with race or sex or like
No, it's just the fact that
gender.
she's his vice president.
It's the fact that none of them know what they're doing.
Obviously, because the country's like it is.
I would much rather not have any of them in office,
No, not Trump, not Biden, not.
but especially not that brain dead motherfucker
If Obama could run
Biden.
again, he probably shouldn't, because Obama's a great person, but he wasn't a great president.
War crimes.
War crimes,
War crimes, I will
economics,
say.
Obamacare
I have no
failed.
doubt that Obama had good intentions. He just didn't carry them out great.
Yeah, he just wasn't very good, and
All that to the
at doing his job.
children's hospital.
But like out of any president that I would
Tell
spend a
that to
day
the
with,
children's hospitals. You know what? Fair
absolutely be
enough.
Obama.
Maybe he just didn't give a fuck. Maybe he's like every other president.
I might spend a day with Taft. Taft is pretty cool. But other than that, maybe Obama probably.
Yeah, I'd
If I
probably
could
spend a day with
spend a
Obama.
day.
I feel like he'd be cool to hang out with.
Obama's really
JFK.
cool. Like he's a cool dude, but just not a very good president.
Premium blunt rotation. Taft,
Bro,
Obama, and JFK.
but what about Lincoln?
Nah.
Fine, he doesn't. He's
Lincoln
not
would get
into.
hungry mid-sesh and leave.
Wow. You know, gotta go get some of that brain food. Same with JFK. Especially JFK.
If I
Anyways,
had to pick anybody else, it would have to be FDR.
what about Theodore Roosevelt? One of the Roosevelts.
Oh, Theodore? Alright. We gotta throw him in too.
Theodore's a good blunt mate, let's be honest.
I feel like he would have so many good stories.
Cause he's a Chad. Just look at him. How did we
But
get here? It's 1 a.m. We're talking about presidents on a New Year's episode.
Bro.
we're
We're
talking
talking
about
about
president
we're talking about
doing
smoking
weed.
weed with
Bro.
Obama,
Speaking
the
of White
Roosevelts,
House and
Taft,
weed and
and
shit.
JFK.
Speaking of presidents and weed, Snoop Dogg apparently has smoked weed in the White House and gotten away with it.
Nice. I mean,
Oh, come
who
on, it's
else?
Snoop Dogg.
Who
Who
else
do
but
you
Snoop Dogg?
think?
Who else?
Like he smoked a joint in the bathroom.
Oh, but
Oh my goodness.
you want to actually talk bad presidents for a second? Whether or not you're biased towards like Biden or Trump or Obama or anything like that, we got to be honest. Some of the worst presidents, James Buchanan, Andrew Jackson, and Woodrow Wilson. Okay? James Buchanan is the worst
Fair.
president. Okay, like he did terrible things, racist, all that stuff. And Andrew Jackson.
Honestly,
He
I
was.
did not have any prior knowledge of who the fuck Buchanan is.
He just looks ugly.
Yeah, me
And
neither.
Andrew Jackson, he's a
President Nixon
really
didn't look that
cool
great either.
person, but he did terrible stuff. Trail of Tears, all that mess. And then Woodrow Wilson didn't do much during World War One. Like, I mean, his 14 points were pretty cool, but he was also a racist and just, I mean, he couldn't really operate after he had that stroke. So basically, his wife was president. So he's a pretty bad president.
Actually, I believe during World War One, he was thinking about what was best for us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was
And
understandable that he wanted to stay out of it because everybody did.
Abiding by the rules that were already in place, we don't interfere. You don't interfere with us. We don't interfere with you, which was basically what our foreign policy was whenever it came to Europe.
And then it completely switched, but we don't talk about that.
And then it just flipped 180 again.
World War II, it's like, okay,
Now
boys, we're
America
going to
can't
guns a-blazing.
mind their own fucking business.
Actually, the only reason why we came into
World War II is because of Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
is because somebody fucked with our boats.
Yeah, and killed
So
like
we
a
dropped
couple
the
hundred
sun.
people.
So we dropped the sun twice. Fuck
Honestly,
with us,
like,
you get
the
sun.
battle against Japan is so interesting to learn about. Because, you learn a lot about the Nazis and having to take care of them, but you don't totally learn about everything that happened with Japan versus the United States. And it's just really interesting, like all the island battles and like deciding not to conquer Japan because that would cost millions of lives. And like, so basically was the emperor or the king? The emperor of Japan
It was Emperor, yeah.
surrendered basically and just like, okay, I'm done. I ain't letting millions of people die. I'll resign. Thank you. Is there a president of Japan now? I think.
Yes, I believe. I believe there's a prime minister.
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, either a president or a prime minister, which is
But
almost the same thing.
Whenever we're talking about things that we don't learn much about, I prefer to learn about World War One because it's always fascinated me.
Because like, I didn't know much about World War One until this year. To be honest, I didn't know why they blamed. I didn't know why they blamed Germany for World War One because it started with Austria and Serbia going to war over the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. But then the reason that they blamed Germany for it is because it would have just been Austria versus Serbia. But Germany declared war on Serbia, which meant Russia, who had a pact with Serbia, declared war on Russia declared war on Austria and Germany. And then, because Russia declared war on those two, Britain and France also declared war on Germany and Austria.
It started with France. Just making a statement, sorry.
Well,
France
and Britain kind of tied together in that.
France started with Russia. Great Britain was neutral until like the middle of the start of the war.
Well, I'm just kind of trying to speed things up here. Speed up assembly.
Sorry.
And I Italy stayed out of it completely, and just Belgium tried to stay out of it, but they got invaded forcefully.
You know which two countries I felt really sorry for during the World Wars?
Poland
and Belgium.
Yeah.
Neither of them deserved what happened.
Belgium got. I think they got.
Both of them got violated.
Not in the good way either.
What good way is there to be violated?
Have you
I
never
don't
seen
think there's
tentacle hentai?
any.
Anyways, okay, so I think it's about time to end the episode. We're at 2 hours, 1 minute, 52 seconds of footage.
What
This is
a
going to be hell to
hell of a
edit.
thing to end off of.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, thank you for watching our New Year's episode. So without further ado, the Llama Searchers out. Have a nice day, and wish all three of us goodbye. See you.
Bye.